I recently had a lapse back into, I guess, what I'd call moral thinking and moral indignation. And since I, made such a big deal about morality in some earlier videos, and I do try to think about that sort of thing, I guess I just felt like I'd make an update on this, not that anybody really cares, and share some of my thoughts. So on the note of moral thinking, when I think about all the things that I could actually be doing to help people, like, I live in a very small world, and I think everybody does this, but I'm fairly convinced that I could, everybody could help. I'm just gonna skip straight. Basically, people are suffering and dying, and the only reason I don't stop it is because it would be an inconvenience for me to do so. In the plainest terms possible, like, you need to live a comfortable life, but, it's all unnecessary stuff. You don't have to do anything. You could be doing a whole hell of a lot more. It's easy to think about being good and nice in small, localized contexts, but, anyway, going beyond that, I guess, none of it matters. At bottom, it doesn't accomplish anything. And, on that note, I was recently thinking about Edward Feser. I want to say in 2019, the first time I started thinking about philosophy was with, I got a book by Edward Feser. And it's a terrible book, I wouldn't recommend it. But what I do think about when I read it, if you already read it is, in his blog post, Edward Feser talks about Nietzsche, and how I used to be a big Nietzsche follower. And you can definitely tell, especially considering the quotes from Nietzsche, he selects to be representative of him. And, Nietzsche says that you can't really learn about things outside of experience, something along that, and people, find in Nietzsche what's really in themselves, and it's like, more notes on morality. I had recently been playing a game called Sayonota, and at that point, there is a scene, I guess, spoiler warning, where this old man, he murders his family, and then he tries to, sexually assault what he thinks is a little girl. And at first, I'm generally kind of accustomed to this sort of thing from seeing the horror novels, but I'm still kind of, I guess I could say morally outraged. Not like outraged, but but I still felt kind of like a pit in my stomach. And, I guess after seeing that, though, I stopped myself at the threshold, and I tried to sort of abstract from it everything I could until I got to the one piece I couldn't take away from it without, losing the moral inclination. I guess it's mostly just a loss of esteem.